everyone. So I'm going to be doing a video today because I failed the breakfast challenge. So there you go. I started on Tuesday and I did Tuesday, Wednesday and everything was going great, and then whenever I had to leave Wednesday to go to a meeting, I would say, face to face, that went really well. That went very well. Better than I thought, actually, and I came out there with a high, and I had a notebook with me. She gave me a notebook and I began writing stuff down. And then whenever I came home, before I went to the bus, I actually sprained my ankle a little bit, but I didn't go over it. It was almost like I went boop and I immediately stood back up, and it was fine until I had to sit on the bus home, and I had to get 2 buses home, so that's been. But as soon as I came home, my mood just went down, and which was strange because the day went well. It's just my brain just went no. And I've been tired lately. I've been really tired. I've been taking my medication every morning. Well, every time I wake up. My sleeping pattern has been a bit weird. It's like 2 p.m. here and I woke up then. I usually wake up a lot earlier, but I was out yesterday and that helped me with how I'm feeling at the moment, because my depression, the difference between my depression and my anxiety is my anxiety, I know what triggers my anxiety. My anxiety triggers by going outside. It triggers by being with a lot of people. And it triggers by me overthinking. So if I'm with people, so when it comes to being outside, if I'm with people, I'm a lot better because I'm with people that I know. If I'm on my own, then I start to panic. Or if I don't have my music, then I start to panic. Those are what I use to calm myself down. When it comes to overthinking, my medication helps me with my overthinking. Or, doing a video like this and actually, if I'm overthinking about anything, then I'll just say it on a video. That helps. But my depression is just triggered out of the blue. Even if the day went so fucking well, if it was the best day ever, it just happens. And there's nothing I can do, My anxiety, at least, in my opinion, is worse because I'm not used to being nervous all the time. But at least that goes away once I'm out of that environment, or once I have stopped overthinking. But my depression just goes away on its own. It's frustrating, and I do think it does have something to do with what this stuff's been going on in my personal life, and whether or not I want to talk to the person about it or not, whether that would trigger it. But I've done this before with people who have hurt me, and it has helped me. So, but I'm not sure, but so I'm going to start the challenge again tomorrow because currently my grandmother is at Tesco, and I was supposed to go with her today, but my ankle is in so much pain and female stuff, so that could be another reason for my mood as well, so I'm going to keep that in mind as well. But I'll be able to have pomegranate seeds and blueberries, so yay, that'll be so much fun. Excuse me, but that's not your food. I fed Theo some wet food because we don't, they get wet food like once every 2 weeks or something as a So if they don't have any food left, but this half is Bruce's half. And for once, he's not up here for food. I know, it's shocking, right? It's so shocking. And she's trying to eat it. No, you've already had your half, honey. Yeah. But Bruce lately has been breaking free off his collar, but it is a quick release collar, which is good. So if he ever does get caught, get stuck anywhere, then that would be it's fantastic that he can get free. Both of my cats are indoor. My other, well, he's not, I don't class him as my cat, he's more my grandfather's cat because of he views him as his owner, but he isn't an outdoor and an indoor. He was run over whenever he was 2, going on 3, and the fucker got out of the car and stomped on his head as well. So I don't want that I don't want that happening to them. But I did get collars just so that people, if they do ever escape, people will know that hey, they're owned. But not only that, if they do get caught and stuck in places, they don't choke. But speaking of getting stuck in places, another thing that's kind of dampened my mood a bit is Theo went missing 2 days ago. So Thursday she went missing because today is Saturday. And I didn't know, she was gone for quite a while, and we automatically, because Theo does this all the time, she'll either go and sit on top of my grandfather's wardrobe, get away from Bruce, she will be on my windowsill, chilling, she will be in the bathroom, either in the kitchen, in the bathroom sink, or on top of the towel. So we thought, okay, cool, she's probably up the stairs, because I was eating my dinner at the time. And I thought, you know what, I'm going out Friday, I might as well get ready, you know, like, I had a face mask on, I had a hair mask on, which is why my hair is very poofy. And so I went upstairs and was like, and my grandmother asked me, you know where Theo is? And I'm like, upstairs most likely. And I was like, you know, it was just because it's a regular conversation that we have. And then whenever I went upstairs and started, you know, using my face mask and everything, I was like, okay, so she's not in my room, she's not in the kitchen, she's not in the bathroom, she's not in my grandfather's room. And then I started to panic. And then I went downstairs and my grandma was like, is she up there? I'm like, no. And then she says, lean, and then I was in the living room having, like, looking around and stuff, just in case she was behind any chairs. And Bruce was there, like, Bruce was great, he was following me around, he was having a great time, so we knew where he was. And then my grandma was like, Lena, come in here to the kitchen. And I was like, Theo, Theo, because she responds to her name like that. And I'm like, oh fuck, because it sounded like it was coming from outside. I'm like, did she get out? So I brought the dogs in and I went outside. I'm like, Theo, and I didn't hear anything. Theo, I didn't hear anything. And I went back in and I'm like, Theo, and I heard her a louder meow this time. And then I started to panic. And oh my grandmother wasn't there. She brought me down to earth. Like I was on with my friends in absolute hysterics because I didn't know where she was. She was stuck. She was in the cupboard under the sink. But the thing is, both of us opened that cupboard and she wasn't there. As soon as I started having a panic attack, my grandmother started opening all the cupboards again. She hopped out and oh my god, my nerves were shattered. I was like, you fucking cunt, don't you ever, if you do this again, I will kill you. And she's like, she has a specific meow. I can't obviously copy it, but if I can record it, then I will. But she has certain meows, so she has, which is her little greeting. So if I come home or in the morning, she'll be like, or she'll go like that, or she'll go like that, and then Bruce goes like that. Like he has more of a meow than she does. So and then Tigger goes like that whenever he wants food, like that. So he kind of has like gravel in his voice. It's so funny how they all have different meows. And she just came up here, like I had my mask on, and my mask had like lines going down. It was funny as fuck. Like looking back on it, but my nerves were shattered, and I was sitting on the floor, and because I sit on the floor, I like sitting on the floor. It's like my thing. I'm used to sitting on the floor. I've been sitting on the floor for you. Hi, wee son. Do you want your half of food? Do you want your half? Hello. But I'll keep talking while I'm doing his half of the food. And she will sit on the settee behind me, directly behind me, and I'm like, she just goes to sleep, and then there's a few times she would wake up, and I turned around to her and I said, "See you gave me a fucking heart attack." And she kind of lies on her back and she twists. She's like, and she stood up and she went towards me and started licking my nose, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I scared you, Mama. I gave you a heart attack, but I'm here now. I'm safe. I'm sleeping now. I'm gonna give you snuggles and kisses and love." And the whole fucking time I was in hysterics. The whole bloody time. Bruce was asleep during this, but may I add, whenever we did not notice she was missing and we thought that she was just chilling somewhere, he was following me. As soon as we noticed that she was actually missing, he jumped on top of his cat tree, the tallest part of the cat tree. "Do you want your food? Here." I don't know if you can hear him purr. Hold on. Me. No, okay, he wants his food. That's when he started sleeping, and like, "Your sister's gone missing, and what are you doing?" "Sleeping." But that shattered my nerves. That wrecked me completely. Oh my god. Again, if my grandmother wasn't there, it would have been a lot worse. And then on Saturday, I went out with my friends, and I knew, like, whenever I woke up, I'm like, I don't want to go out anywhere today. But I knew that they'd either make me go out, like, "You're coming outside whether you like it or not," or they would ask questions, like, "Oh, I know," and whenever you're depressed and you don't want to go out anywhere, the last thing you want are questions, because there really isn't an excuse. There's not, if you want to be truthful to them, you can't. There isn't any excuse. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. And I'm really glad I did, because I had a good time, and we went to a circus. It didn't have animals in it, so don't worry. If it had animals, I wouldn't have went, because I don't agree with that. They are exploited, and they are treated cruelly for money and for entertainment, and they're not entertainment, they're animals. But it was, they would do really crazy stunts. They would be on tight ropes, and they would be playing with fire, and they were motorbikes, and it was really, really cool. And what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. I forget what I was gonna say. And that really improved my mood. But beforehand, my pain, I have chronic pain, and sciatica pain, and that triggers with my anxiety, as well as my current weight as well, and that's why I'm gonna go swimming, to help, because that will really help my sciatica and help my legs and everything like that. The only thing is, I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with the sciatica that's triggered by my anxiety, because whenever I had that panic attack when Theo went missing, the pain that shot right through my leg and my spine was excruciating, and it's worse whenever it's triggered by an anxiety attack than it is by just physical. But I was in so much pain, and I just felt like, what's the word? I don't want to say burden, because I wasn't a burden, because they understood the pain I was in, because one of them suffers from fibromyalgia, and that is a muscle pain all over the body, and she understood that I was in pain, but at the same time, I don't like being made a fuss of whenever I'm in pain, and I feel it's embarrassing. You don't want to slow people down. You really don't. And that kind of, it didn't make my mood get worse, but I did feel guilty. I did. I felt guilty, and they, and it doesn't matter how many times your family or friends say, "Oh, it's fine. Like we're not, everything's all right. Don't worry." Your brain doesn't fucking tell you that, so it doesn't matter. It's like someone saying it doesn't matter how many times someone calls you beautiful. If you don't believe it, it's not gonna work. It's similar to that. So, yeah, the past few days have just been gray. I love the color gray. I'm not gonna shit on gray. No, the past few days have just been dark. There you go, and I'm dealing with it. But I owed it to you who watch my videos and myself to admit that I have failed. I am not going to come on here, and if I'm doing any health challenges, or if I'm not doing health challenges and I'm just losing weight, the old-fashioned way, if I fail, if I gain, if I maintain, if I fall off the wagon, I will say something. Because if I do lie, it will encourage the bad habits that I'm trying to break still. You know what I mean? And I don't want to encourage the bad. Do you want your things? I don't want to encourage the bad habits. Come here. Be handsome again. Be handsome again. There you go. All is right with the world. Oh no, he just wants food. Yep. He's licking this, completely clean. It's Sheba Fine Flakes and Jelly and salmon flavor. But yeah, both of them have been fed. They're gonna get some more whenever we get dry food in. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, I owe it to you and myself to be truthful, because this is my health on the line. And if I pull what some people pull and lie, saying, "Oh, everything's going great," when it's really not. "Oh, I haven't gained. I'm still in the 500s," when really you're fucking 600. Then I don't want, I'm only jeopardizing myself more than anything else. And it will discourage my bad habits from getting worse. And then if I am doing a challenge in the future, I'll say to, if I feel like, you know what, fuck this, no, I'm not in the mood. Then in the back of my head would be like, "But do you really want to make a video explaining that you failed again? Does that make sense?" And I'll be like, yeah, I'll just, does that make sense? So I'm using it as fuel to keep going as well. So I will see you in my next video, and that will be up tomorrow. I don't know whether it's going to be a chit chat or, a reaction. It'll be one of those two. And I will just restart. So I would restart today, but I'm genuinely not in the mood. So I'm being honest, I don't want to start today. I want to use today to try and get myself in a happier mood. But I don't know how successful it will be. Even if I'm still depressed tomorrow, I'm still gonna do it. So don't worry about that. I'm not gonna let you down again, and I'm not gonna let myself down again. But on the bright side, my cats have been very, very supportive of me. The past week or so, especially Tigger. Oh, my eyes are watering. I was about to sneeze, but then I stopped. Tigger's not a very cuddly cat, but he's been supportive. And so has Tigger, so has Theo, and so has Bruce. So I will see you in my next one. I might do a little haul video after this, because I did get some stuff. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Bye bye, everybody.